Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. Enjoy the view, by the way, because we're going to head off to Skillon today, which is going to be far less pleasant looking than this lot. Before I do that though, I want to apologise because I've done a disservice, I think, to the game and to you as a viewer, and probably to myself as well, really, quite frankly. You see, games like this, or like RimWorld, or I don't know, Dwarf Fortress, or think of another good one like that. What's another good choice like that? Satisfactory, something like that. They're all complicated games, a lot of in-depth rules, and you can get by the way I play this game by just doing the bare minimum and getting absolutely, the essentials done, but not going too far. But you get so much more out of it by really learning the rules and going in depth. So to do that, I know we're already quite a few episodes in here. What are they, like 15? This is 15th or 16th episode now. I'm going to try to learn something new about the game and the functions of the game and how it works and all the aspects of it for every episode. Yeah, and present that to you as something, and it will make it better for you, hopefully, as well as better for me to know more about it. So, as an example, lights. Lights. I've complained about this in the game, as I do with many things all the time. I said the lights aren't very good in the game, and it shows up particularly at night time, unsurprisingly. But really, that's not quite true. The lights don't function so well in bases that I build. But we've seen them being perfectly okay in POIs and stuff like that. And that's because I've not set them up as best as I should do. So, let's have an example of that. And by the way, also why I missed this as well is usually I put my light on my suit, and that compensates. But we can do better. Just by using the rules properly. Okay. P for the base. Okay. I'm going to devices. Remember, you can group devices, like ones that are comparable, similar to each other, like cargo containers, things like that, together. And we can also do that with the lights as well. Where are the lights, in fact, in here? There we go. There they all are. And you can immediately see what I'm looking about. I've just not ever done anything with this. And the default settings for these things are not what they really should be. I don't know why they're not set up as they should be, but they're not. A number of things we can play around with here. Okay, first of all, intensity. How bright are the lights? We're going to apply this to the group, so every single light in the base. And you immediately see the change up here. Because the other thing is the range. So let's assume like one of these blocks is about person height. So let's call it 2 meters. So this is, 16 meters tall. In fact, let's go for a 20 meter light range, like that from there as well. Oh, suddenly it's making a whole lot of difference to the lighting ability. Of course it is. Now it might use a bit more power in here as well, but this is a bit more like the light level would expect, with like this number of lights all over the place. Yeah, I don't do this enough. I need to do this sort of thing more. I'm going to try and learn more things about the different, in-depth factors about things in here. But there's other things we can do as well. For example, you can see on here immediately we can do colours, of course. Ooh. But I don't say I don't like it. I'm just saying it. You can do things like that. You can do a lot of fun things with lights and things like that in here as well. A lot more yellow light, make it a bit warmer looking. How does that actually look? Well, it's a little bit off. Actually, maybe reduce the intensity on that. But it's like light bulbs you buy from the shop. You don't always buy the you might buy like a bright white, not the turrets, you fool, not the bright white, but you might buy oh, there we go. That was a different setting. You might buy like the warm light bulb or the white light bulb, and you can probably, there's a good chance you can probably play around with these as well. Okay, you can also make them blink if you want to as well. So, and this is where we start to get into things later where of logic controls and things like that. So what you could do, for example, you could have red lights around by the door that blinked. In fact, should we do that now? Have we got a light that we can blink? Like a warning light? How about that? Have we got a light up here? Why am I going upstairs? I can probably just grab one. I've probably got one in the thing. I know we're not doing what I said we were going to do, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't. We've got plenty of time to play with in Skillon, believe me. Right then. Let's put some basic lights up there on here like this. Ceiling lamps. Okay. How about more like... Oh. It's off to the side. See, again, I don't play around with these things enough, do I? Yeah, it's off-centre. Just put one up there like that. Okay. And if we do this... Now, first of all, this is a new one, so it's not grouped with all the others. Yeah, so if I'll leave that not grouped for now, because I don't want to, you know, confuse things by doing it. And then trying to find light 1 amongst all the other lights could be a problem. Okay, let's put a red light. Make it red. And we'll make it... Make it every second. Yeah, how about that? Okay. Blueprint. Okay, we'll come to that. Yeah. There you go. We've got a red light flashing over the thing over here. We can put another one over here as well. In fact, we can. Oh, it's automatically made it another red one. Interesting. I didn't know it did that. It's kept the setting from the previous one I've made. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Eh? Anyway, so that's lights. Okay. Are there more things we can do with lights? Let's have a little look. Is there anything else fun we can do up here? I think we're probably about there, aren't we, really? Oh, spotlight mode. So there are things that are actually spotlights. Like these. These are spots. Yeah, you can't change the settings on these in the same way. If we look at the sub, spotlight cubes, yeah, we haven't got all the changes and settings we can do. We can't make them red and other things from there. But you can make some of these spots so they're more centered on a particular area. That might be good for outside, possibly, as well. But yeah, but coming back to lights like this, I've got this blinking here. What you can do is set up logic circuits later where, for example, the light would blink when the door was open, but not when it was closed. We'll do logic another time. Yeah, that's a completely separate subject. But there you go. So that is, there you go. That is logic for you. Not logic for you. That's lights for you. Yeah, we learned something new. Thus the lesson has endeth. There you go. I'm not going to set you any homework. In fact, I should be the one getting homework. In fact, I will have homework. I have homework to learn new things. And I've already got some ideas about things I can learn about. Right, okay. We're going to go off to Skillon. Oh, it sounds unpleasant outside, doesn't it? Before we do anything else, let's have a little look. Up here. Name is Skillon. Desert barren planet. Small again. Low gravity. That's fine. Okay, minus 33 to 57. What I am actually... I don't think I've got the right stats for that. No, I need to tweak my my suit. I've got my medium armour on. I have to look at the radiation if I need the radiation protection or not. I haven't got the temperature range on this. I thought this might... I was wondering about the temperature. I thought this might actually be a planet without an atmosphere. Obviously, we can hear the atmosphere outside, so we know we've got that. It's probably a bit Mars-like, isn't it? It's got a very low density atmosphere, very cold. A little bit of rads, that's fine. We don't have to worry about that too much, I don't think. Is it breathable? No. It's got 13% O2. There's actually quite a bit of O2 out there, more than Ninges did, but it ain't breathable. I guess there's too much CO2 or something else in there, or some other toxic gas is causing a problem. I see you, a gliding overseer. What the hell is a gliding overseer? We don't know what's here as far as factions are. There's a faction down here. Hold on, what's this? We can see something there. No meteorites. We've got Promethium though. And we've got here carbon, Promethium. So we can mine Promethium, which is a neodymium. Okay. Mission deserted powers pirate clans. If you survive the first... I didn't read this with the other planets, did I? I should have done this before, of course, but I haven't. I'm a lazy man. If you survive the first few hours on this radioactively contaminated former weapons test planet... Oh, I see. Look for the Vren clan's La Grande Myra. Maybe they need your help there. Or someone else needs it. You'll see. Okay, so it's too cold. Should we just get that fixed? Let's go and fix that now, shall we? Let's do that. Okay, we're back. Um, I have I've tweaked the settings. I've got oxygen tank boost. I've got insulation boost. I'm okay for rads. Got a multi boost on there as well. I'm pushing it a little bit on the lower temperature. We might have, it says down to -35, so we might have to deal with that at some point. Yeah. I'm also carrying oxygen as well. So there's two different types of. There's actually multiple types of oxygen. Big oxygen bottles like this. These are for ships and bases. We need. You can see my oxygen ticking down slowly. We can't put these into our suits. We've got the small O2 bottles. This gets a bit confusing sometimes as well. We're playing the game the first time, which ones you can use. Small O2 bottles are made by the oxygen condenser, the water condenser rather. It picks up oxygen as well. So in fact, we could put one of those here and generate oxygen here. I don't think we get much water from the atmosphere, but we've got oxygen. But we've got one of these running back on Aqua we can go back for. And these little ones here can be made from our survival constructor, and they're made from purified water. It has to be purified water. So I've got some of those with me as well. And if I... There you go. They aren't worth... They're only worth 35 oxygen. Ain't much in them. Okay, but they plug straight into our suit. And these ones are worth 75 oxygen. And I've got some of those as well. First of all, though, what we're going to do is we're going to find the Tales of Tash, which we knew was going to be here. Yeah. What have you got to say, Tash? After the system was back online, we checked all the ruins on the moons to see if there were any other artifacts linked to the obelisks. We couldn't find anything but learned there seemed to be a lot of creatures we hadn't catalogued yet. The drones on the moons were supposed to keep the most dangerous of them at bay, but it's interference with the controls from the energy spikes. At least I was lucky, but if Hyunzi hadn't been there, I'd be history if I noticed to catalogue it. The Krogan were there too late, but at least they smoked out some of the nests of these nasty creatures. Okay, I didn't expect many creatures here, but apparently there are some outside, and so we saw an overseer or something go past as well, which is probably not friendly. It was a red dot. Okay, now the first thing, of course, this is going to tell us nothing, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same thing as before. We're not going to run around now. Let's have a little look. A dry, dusty... Oh, there's something over there, look. Toxic hole. Yes, it's a description of my OnlyFans site. What we can do, though, is we can, of course, just spawn this in. There we go. We made it for a reason. There we go. Now... Oh no, you know what I forgot? I forgot something when I built this ship. Maybe you were shouting it at me when I built it. There's nothing on the scope, is there? I didn't put a Wi-Fi booster on this. That's because I'm mostly not transmitting things in and out of the ship. I probably wouldn't be very far from the ship most of the time. But I probably should have done that. Never mind. Okay. Let us... How much fuel do we need in here? That'll do for now. We need oxygen. All cockpits are airtight, by the way. So while we're in the ship, we are okay. I've got more oxygen on here as well for us as on here. And I think we're about ready. There we go. Right. So the plan is... It's a very small planet. We're just going to scope the planet as quickly as possible. Yeah. And we want to pick up as many things as we go as we can. That light... Oh, geez. What is that? What the heck is that? I have no weapons on the ship. Yeah, okay, that's your classic message. The one that locks us into... What do you call it? When we can't stop moving. There's a thing down here, look. Opportunity. Yeah, that's a message where it keeps it... We can't do anything else until we agree it. So basically it was another message to say... do not get into this Do not get bogged down with this yet. This is a mission, but we shouldn't be doing it yet. Oh, should I be looking in here? No, I'm going to ignore it for now. Okay. What are these flying creatures? What the heck are they? Interesting. Yeah, okay, let's not get distracted. We've got collection point over there. Right, can we... Oh, my thing's been a bit frisky over here. Need to ID as many of these as possible. Refuse pile? Longhouse? These are going to be weird to explore, aren't they? Yeah, my light's doing something wrong. You see that light there? The way the light's behaving? Crashed shuttle. Damaged drone cannon. Okay, we do have dangerous things here. We'll just ignore that. Keep moving. Just ignore it. We are far faster than... there's something down there. We are far faster than a drone. Crashed Sentinel rear. We are a very rapid ship. Crashed Sentinel rear. What was that then? Was that not another one? It says both says Crash Sentinel rear. Looks like a bit of an error in the posting there, maybe. There shouldn't be two of them. Longhouse. Weird structures. Large wreckage. A weird structure coming up on a longhouse, putting it on this planet here. I think it's kind of random what structures are put on here. On planets, which is why we've got longhouses and things which don't really belong here today. Wooden longhouse in a ship like this. Anyway, this is why I love to use SVs. Because imagine trying to do this with an HV. More refuse piles. Again, it's a disposal site. That's what they said, isn't it? This planet is a dumping ground. That's pretty Promethium. Is that Promethium down there? Could be carbon, actually. You should recognise a Promethium site when you see one. A ruined landing pad. Yeah, we're going to ID everything here and then come back. Lambda Laboratories. What has ever been has ever been called Lambda and not been a problem, huh? Wreckage. Abandoned vessel yard. Oh, is that the one? No, it's a different one to what I'm thinking of. I love some of these structures, by the way. I love investigating some of these. They're a lot of fun. What is that? Com array. There's so much stuff here. It's all jammed in. I think there's like a planet's worth of POIs and markers, but it's a very small planet. Look, oh my god, how many there are! There's a lot of drones and stuff around though. Wreckage. This is indeed a dangerous place. Collection point. Are we back again? We're back, aren't we? Not quite. We've nearly caught everything yet. Well, a lot of things around here. Old farm. Why is there a farm here? Large wreckage. These are all worth XP, by the way. Finding things. Crashed shuttle. I need to find the Promethium. Where were those flying creatures we saw? We saw a load, didn't we? Am I safe here for a second? I think I am. Just watching out for drones. I want to find collection point. Okay. I think we should be heading down to the yellow zone is where we're supposed to be going, I think. We'll probably pick up our mission while we're here. We could do that. What were those flying creatures? Maybe they're the ones that everyone's worried about. Or what Tash was saying was dangerous. Oh. Promethium. I'm surprised. Usually your Promethium deposits are... Promethium is very radioactive. So usually a deposit like that would be severely affecting the local environment. But I guess, you know, we're living on Mad Max world. Oh, hello. What are you? Aha! It looks like we've found... I forgot to put my food away. I need that soon. Looks like we found our space we're supposed to be in. Hold on. Or our location. Let's put the food away safely. Oxygen's getting a bit low, it looks like. How are we doing? There we go. Plenty of oxygen. Pirate Lagrind Myra. Why don't we have a chat to these guys? I don't think I want to be down there though. What is that there? Look at that. What is that thing? Like a pirate robot or something maybe. It's a ship, but is it a wrecked ship or not? I don't know. I don't want to land on the ground and be got at by those creatures down there. Can we land on the roof? There's a landing pad, it says. Are we allowed to land here? Okay. The ship seems fairly settled. Let's turn the thrusters off. Right then. Xerax. Ah, but if you get out of the way for a second, sir, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, anyone can be pirates, can't they? Don't you know? Are they going to be all Xerax? Maybe some of them will be other creatures as well. Sorry, background distractions. So this guy is scared. Essentially, we've scared him. We spooked him by sneaking up behind him. Oh, he bowed to me. It's very nice of you. He's scared because we told his guard not to let visitors through without taking their guns. So he's expecting to get killed any second. But I guess he's a pirate leader. He's probably a wanted man, wanted Xerax, and therefore, you know, he's a price on his head. But you know, he's still being polite enough to ask us. As we've not killed him, he's welcoming us in, which is very nice of him. We'll go through the usual stuff. Yeah, what's the general situation? Are you actually parked here? Have you crashed here? I mean, if I was a pirate, I'd come here maybe to loot the stuff on the surface, but it could be that, you know, kind of a dangerous place to be. Maybe it's actually, is this easier than like doing pirate stuff? I don't know. Our clan, the Vren, got a job from the Silurians. We've heard them before. They dropped us here to gather some stuff. We didn't even know what it was. Luckily, we have our old timer over there. Without him, we'd be lost. Speaking of that, we did lose half of the crew in the first week. The Silurian clan might not be happy, as it was their guys that simply stepped into a big nest. Warned them, but they didn't listen. Hated those breeds anyway. Not a big loss. So you've got a job of some sort. But you've lost half the crew. You've got some sort of job you need to do. Okay, I guess the old timer is the person we need to talk to. We'll show our badge. Ah! It's the first person who actually recognised our badge. There were a few wrecks in orbit that we passed while sneaking through the Xerax patrols around Omicron. Okay, we're going to go there eventually, aren't we? Next after this planet, probably. So if you're looking for those guys, they might be dead already. Not sure, though. Those Xerax comms were more silent than usual. Maybe these logo guys slipped past them as well. Xerax commanders ready, report being defeated. Tash Akitalon? It's a Talon name. Yeah, same to Omicron. Fine, okay. How can I help, Mr. Pirate? So this is another major faction in the game, okay, the pirates, right? Okay. Old-timer engineer needs some serious help to get us going again. So you are stuck. Okay, or at least, yeah, to stuck to a degree. Ingenious boss, he's 120 years year old, and leading yet another mutiny against me every other week. Sweet old man. But he knows we need to find on the what we need to find this dusty rock to make some profit for the family. Find him in the rear engine rooms. And let him know if he tries to overthrow me again. Oh, he's just a scamp. Always trying to overthrow me. What's back here? We've got a great big turret. Oh, is it? Yeah, see? That's a he's a pirate, but he's a, what do you call it? He's a, what's the other alien species? I can't think of it. The other one. The one we met on Ningas. We can use this. We're allowed to use that. That's acceptable. We're not allowed to use that. Okay, fine. Okay, are we gonna... Is there an oxygen... If there's an oxygen thing around here, we can use that to refill our suit. We're allowed to do that. That's a constructor. I can't like the way you... It's a bit obscured. I quite like the way you built it into the side. It's very room efficient, I guess. Cargo 71k. I wonder if we can get some... One of the things we do, like, for future lessons is, like, work out how to put, like... I think that's an LCD screen, maybe, or some sort of other print. That's actually showing how much cargo... Literally showing how much cargo's on there, I think. Can't quite read it. Yeah, it does actually say what the contents are. That's kind of fun. I wonder if we can do that. Calm yourself down, sir. Right. Right, it's easy to miss a point. Talon, it's the Talon company, isn't it? That means he's a Talon alien. I'm not sure. But there you go. He's not a Xerax. Pirates are equal opportunity employers, obviously. See, there you go. You can see a survival tool, a bed, some rocket ammo. Loads of stuff in there. Cool. I'd love to know how to do that. We'll work it out. We'll work it out at some point. I'm a bit lost in here. Well, you lot are all very jumpy, aren't you? Oh. Something sounds arrested. I didn't see what that text said. Am I allowed to eat that? You didn't say I can't. Like these logos and things, how do you do that? How do you do that? We can't get into that. See, that says unfriendly. That does not say unfriendly. But I don't think we will. I don't think we will eat the pirate food. It's like they're stuck here anyway. Is this engineering? This feels like engineering, doesn't it? Oh yeah, there's the core down there, look. We've got a few rads coming in. I'm not sure that's a good place for a lift, by the way. You know, someone will come out and step on your head if you're not careful. Here's Old Timer. He's one of these fellas. Hey man, you the new guy? Another worthless soul on the pirate trunk. Did not think they would send someone to help. Let's not waste time, not getting younger, eh? The CPU cores of that dustbin of a ship are broken. See these scrapper drones? Oh, that's the floaty ones, I guess, on the way here. Get me 5 of their computer units so I can strip the valuable stuff. Your suit AI will be able to analyse their parts. Don't waste my time bringing back rubble. Okay, well there's our first mission. We've got our first mission. What we were going to do. Oh, what is... Can't do that. What's this? Look at that. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Looks a bit like a bit of... what's the word? Oh, I can't think of it. The warp fuel is what it looks a bit like. We can't do anything with that. We're not allowed to. We do not have sufficient access for that. Oh, this is going to let us out. Right. I don't know what I was worried about. I mean, I guess these turrets are here protecting us from whatever's wandering around there. We've got a cool bike lying around. We've got a data pad. Klex Klato. Isn't he from Star Wars? It's amazing how these huge creatures keep themselves in the air. My research has shown that they have an anti-gravity organ. I will try to get the data to the people of the Vren clan so they can transmit it to the Academy. Yes, they are pirates, but they seem reasonable to me. I'm sure the fee will do the rest. I have to find the bearing beacon of the La Grande Myra and log destroyed. Okay. I guess the pirates maybe killed him for the stuff? I don't know. That's a broken speeder bike there. You look like a trader. So I guess that thing they were talking about was the flying creature up there, wasn't it? You don't sell anything very special. You do buy spare parts. Where do you get these things from? Electronics and stuff. What are things like trading in the game where you can buy from one place and sell at a profit to another? You do buy alien organisms, which you can do that. You buy narcotics. Good. So we can bring some of those back with us. You don't buy very much, do you? But you can buy stuff, I guess. Hello. Carl Scrummer. Hello, Carl. The vacant look on your face. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you know, looking around our base. If you're from the Traders Guild, I might let you through. Or rob you. What'll it be? Oi, cool, man. Not mean to argue with you. Check with Captain Sick. You'll find him on the ship upstairs. I'll hold the ramps for you. Oh, they were nice of you. Did you just hit that guy in the head? You're right, sir. Are you okay? I didn't do it. Blame that guy over there. So we're back in here again. Okay. Oh, we're back in this place. We just took the sneaky route in, didn't we? Right. Okay. Back up to the top. Find Captain Sick. Have we not found him already? I guess we're doing it in the wrong order again. I was trying to be good. I did talk to him already. Okay, you now listen mission. Okay, I did it kind of in the right order. Did I not have this already? Talk to Oldtimer. Have I not done this already? Deserted powers? He already gave me a thing, didn't he, to go and find this. I think maybe I've reset the quest by doing it in this way. Have you already spoken to Oldtimer? I have. Should we go and talk to him again, for pity's sake? I think we probably should. Right, it's not... He's telling us that the mission is going on, and... But the controls are kind of telling us we're not. So what I'm going to do is... We're not going to start the mission yet. We're going to finish mapping the rest of the area. Anything else up here? Oh, we're up here again. Okay. We're going to finish mapping the rest of the area. Yeah. Oh, I didn't turn the thruster back on, did I? Yeah. And then I'm going to collect one of the items they said about, you know, with the scrapper droids, and see if that pushes the mission on. If it doesn't, then we'll manually push it on through the quest line. Okay, that is the plan. Are my lights on this ship? I just don't know what's happening with the light, where it's like glowing through my thing. It's a bit weird. Oh, you know what? Oxygen's not turned on for some reason. There we go. Right, what else have we got to map? Anything else around here? We've got a few things over here, drones and things. Okay. Right, we have just about scanned every single thing on this planet. God, it's busy around here because it's so tiny. There's so much stuff to see. Now, we've got our first mission. Obviously, there's a problem with that, but we'll see how that goes when we start on it. I've now got a question, though, which is... where's that last one I'm missing? I'm sure I saw one on here I'm just missing. You can see how much... It's so much easier to get around. Heading back to the obelisk here. So much easier to get around on this planet with a flyer. There it is. So now I'm a little conflicted because my plan was to, being this is more dangerous than the last place I've been to, I was going to beef up the sub and make a tougher version of it to deal with the greater hazards around here. A rescue pod, interesting. Or I was going to make a better flyer to get around here instead, but a transport flyer to do the job of the sub. And I don't actually know what I want to do yet. I have not decided what to do. I don't like that drone over there. That thing decides to start taking pot shots at me. I can't do much about it. It might just blow my hawk up. We'll have to worry about that in a minute, won't we? What we're going to do, we're going to quickly run over here. We'll have a little look at this place. I'm not really prepared for running around in here. Oh, it's just a standard base, isn't it? Oh, the gravity is really low, isn't it? Oh, is it a Tash? No, it's Klex Plateau. It's amazing how these huge creatures will keep us. Okay, yeah. That's the same mess we saw before, isn't it? We've had most of the information. We've not really got anything new out of this. A few sources of underground and promethium and thingy, carbon, heat waves, hazards, deadly fire rain can be experienced. Nice. Stay away from the sinkholes. Not much vegetation. We've seen a little bit here and there. There's one little oasis I've seen used by predators. Interesting. Mutated beasts that spit fire and over man-sized worms. I get what you mean. More bigger than man-sized worms that roam the deserts. Okay, this is what I mean. We need something beefed up. So the question is, do we need the sub, a better version of the sub, or do we need a flyer? The intervals between the energy charging of the obelisks and the discharges are becoming shorter. The eruptions more violent. We need to figure out how to either shut the systems down or dissipate the limited energy so it does no harm. The fact that the energies are still draining off somewhere, basically annihilating themselves as they're pelting us, is almost our good fortune. I fear if we don't solve this soon, the energy could flood the whole system in a few weeks. Okay. This is another one of Tash's bases, rather battered. As usual, there's probably a light switch around here, a switch for the light over here. A good place for a... God damn it. Don't shoot my stuff, okay? Piece of crap. How much what damage it's done to it. I know I can take these things down with a thing, but it was like, I know I've got the pulse rifle I can, but I'm risking my neck by doing it. What a butthead. Okay, I think we've got everything from in here anyway. If there's anything else in here, is there really? We've gone through all the containers. There's no point taking over this base. What damage have they done to you, my pretty? Quite a lot of damage to my... Oh, need to reload. I've lost part of my side piece there, see? Now, the way repairs work, you remember where we save it and they've got a save template? If we put this in a repair, like a proper repair system, it would rebuild all the pieces, like missing pieces like the one on the other side, using the appropriate materials. We haven't got that. I can only repair things with this that are not fully destroyed. I'm picking up rads for my own stuff. I need my zoom. I need my sniper. No, not that. Is that the creature that spits fire? What the hell? Okay. Yeah, so I can't repair this fully. I can't replace parts that have gone. I can only repair bits that are damaged. What we're going to do, take all our food back. It's done its job, okay? The hawk has proved itself as best it can. That was the intent, yeah? And I think it did okay. It's a little too flighty for me. It's a little too lively. It was spinning very easily. And I think it's the low weight of the vessel was mean I was getting a lot of spin and stuff like that. We can probably get it more stable than that in the future. There are some plants here, aren't they? Not here yet. But there you go. But it proved itself. But as I say, now, do I build a sub, a better sub, or do I build a flyer that will get me around? The answer might be, why don't we do both, and we can have a little see what looks like it's a better fit for the system. Okay, obviously we've got a lot of problem with drones flying around. We need good defences, whatever we choose, and it's not too mountainous, but I think being able to fly around might just make things a little bit easier to do than scooting around on the there's another drone coming in. Scooting around on the sub. I see you. They'll respawn. Well, where they're respawning from, we're not sure, because I can see you over there. Don't come this way. Fire-breathing monstrosity, whatever you are. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the better choice would be. It might be that when we do the playing around and building the better sub and the whatever flying transport SV we try, that one simply works better than the other. Yeah? Let's get back to a civilization, shall we? One works better than the other in terms of transporting and defences. But let's find out. Let's build some things in. Let's build a couple of things in creative, and we'll decide from there. Yeah? That's the plan. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. Join me again, and we shall go and play creative fun. Then we'll come back to the crusty, disgusting planet of Skillon, and see what we can do as far as raiding things and killing monsters and shooting down drones, etc., etc.